We got a 1, a 2, a 3, and a hey now. Good morning, guys. I'm not in the camera, but hang with me. I'm just turning on my stereo. Gosh, what time? Let's see what we got on the clock right now for time, Minnesota time. We got 7:35 a.m. What am I doing? Well, I'm making the bed down here in the bunker. My daughter slept down here last night. Yep. The family room bunker. This is, well, I got my workshop down here. I got the bunker, which I guess is the garage. I call it all the bunker, really. Anything below ground is the bunker here. And then we've got this room right here, kind of a family room. This used to really be my metal room 100%, but I took the posters down and I just made it more family orientated. You know, just a little bit more space. I try to pull all my stuff, my inventory collection from most of the house. A couple of the nice pieces get out, but in the meantime, I will shoot a video with you, turn some lights on here, do a little talking. So what's going on with me? Well, since we shot that video yesterday with that Iron Cross, lots of interesting comments coming in. A lot of people going, fake, original, fake. I love your opinion. I tell you what, I'll fucking never know on that damn Iron Cross. My gut is telling me it's fake. Now, it's interesting. I'd said that I sent pictures and an email to one of the top guys in the country, mind you, Thomas Whitman. He's one of the biggest collectors of Third Reich in the world. Look him up on YouTube. He has his own webpage. I mean, this guy deals in strictly high-end stuff. So for me, even pestering him about an Iron Cross was going out on a limb. He said it looked good to him and that he had never heard of the bendable Iron Crosses. Casey, you had made the comment, well, metal bends, you know. I do know that, but here's the thing, Casey. With these Iron Crosses, I mean, when I apply the pressure, I'm not trying to bend it literally. I mean, you know, obviously, because you could bend anything if you wanted to. But it's simply applying a little bit of pressure, and if it just bends easily is the key word, easily. And mind you, that video, my opinion is that that cross is fake. That was my opinion from the start as soon as I made that bend. That has been the decisive thing for me. It was a little too light for me. But the case is highly original. But what I've heard is in Japan they bought the dies, that's what they would press them up with, I guess, whatever, after the war in the 1950s, and they pumped them out. And I know that there was stuff coming out of Poland I'd read over 10 years ago. And actually I was able to do a little Googling yesterday and find out that I was able to find a couple of people touching on that basis of it being able to bend. So that's where it is for me. So when I heard back from the guy, Thomas Whitman, and he said it looks good to me, I sent him one more email, which I don't think I'm going to hear back from him on. It's just saying, hey, you know, are you sure? Because to me it shouldn't bend. Have you ever heard it? And he's like, I've never heard of a bendable Iron Cross, blah, blah, blah. And I guess for him, dealing in Iron Crosses is literally like dealing with pennies. And if he has any Iron Crosses, it's just the highest of the high end. But whatever the case, I've also heard about dealers selling these as original, and it's just common practice because most people can't tell them apart. My opinion is, I originally was going to make the guy an offer, unless I hear back from Thomas Whitman something that is going to change my mind completely, I'm just going to send this back to this guy because I don't feel right, and it's my gut feeling, you know, in the end that I have to go with. Sure, I could buy this Iron Cross at a really good price and I could flip it, but that wouldn't be right because in my gut I would feel that it's a fake. Now the other guy would just buy it. Guys would scoop this up. There's no question at all, and they would not question. I could make some hefty money on this. I could maybe get 300, 400 bucks on it, depending. But that's not what it's about for me. I like original stuff. You know, well, Mike, you got that fake SS dagger. Remember the guys that slander that fake SS dagger. Number one, that doesn't even go in my collection. That's just part of the hoard. Number two, those early SS daggers, like I have, the copies are out of Japan, I believe, or wherever they're from. They're really quality. I mean, if you look at the new ones that are coming out of China, they're complete shit. I mean, complete shit. So when guys are sitting there insulting the fake stuff, do it all you want, but the reason that people buy the reproduction stuff, number one, they don't have huge money and they just want something that looks cool, which that falls under. Number two, they need a filler piece. Remember, a real SS Dagger is anywhere, the low end, $1,800, as high as the moon. You know, typically a SS Dagger nowadays brings about $3,500. All that aside, whatever the case, don't piss and shit on the reproductions, because the good stuff actually brings value because the reenactors use it, which means is they go out in the field, they dress up, they use these things. And so they can't really drag around a real SS Dagger out in the field when they're bumping around. They could break it, so you want to maybe have a quality piece that you can use in your reenactments. Now let's touch on another thing, vinyl. Yesterday, as you know, I've been going through my vinyl like a fucking maniac, getting everything organized, and I've really got it down. I've got all my metal organized, and now I have all my rock organized, which I had actually done about 2 years ago, or a year ago. I can't remember, time flies so fucking fast. And literally, you know, I broke it down. I put every band with it, categorized it. It's all in right order. Well, I've been moving this shit around so much over the last year that now that system had fallen apart. But now I've got it all back together. I have all my rock together, all my country together, the shit that I don't want, the crap I've thrown out. And I have my R&B, hip-hop, early rap, 1980s, tail end of the 1970s, with a little bit of 1990s sprinkled in there. Not much, though. A good amount. I would bet almost 400 albums, if not 250, 300. So I took a picture of the two stacks, put them on Craigslist. I said, $100, old R&B, rap, da-da-da, come and get them. This is a good collection. Well, I've got a couple responses. Can I come and look at them? I'm like, no, they're boxed and ready to go. That's why I priced them at $100. There's lots of meat on the bone if you're going to resell. And you know, there's good stuff there. This is a good collection. This is not just shit. And they just refuse to want to shell out. Now this is where you can fuck up in life. Okay, if you really, if your deal is you want to buy those R&B albums, rap albums, and flip and make money, I've left meat on the bone. There's money to be made. You could probably sell 25 of those albums and make your $100 back. Maybe even less. Maybe 5 of them. So the money's there, and if it's a listening thing and you're into it, you're fucking set. You've got everything that you need. So these guys, you know, they piss them off. Well, if you can't give me 10 minutes to look through them, no, I'm not going to fucking box them up, drag them outside. We've already gone back and forth wasting 30, 40 minutes in the emails. Then wait for you to get here, waste more of my time, then have you sit there and fucking thumb through them and then tell me, oh, I don't know if I'm going to pass. Then I got to haul them all back. Fuck that shit. That's why I priced them at $100. I'm not going to let you fucking dig through them. Now, I was telling the girlfriend about this, and she's like, well, that's bullshit because, you know, I wouldn't buy anything without looking. I said, listen, if someone had an ad for 100 heavy metal albums for $100, or not 100, 2 giant stacks like I got, for $100, it's a dumb dude. I just move. And that's the difference between a hustler. Sure, you have to be careful sometimes, but you also have to recognize money. You have to say, man, there's a lot of fucking albums there. He only wants $100. I know I'm going to scrape something out of there. Unless someone's just out trying to burn you and they've run all these things through eBay, or they're just garbage and they're horrible bands and stuff like that, and the stuff that maybe I would even throw out. A lot of guys do that kind of shit. You know, they go through them, they pick through them brutally, they take all the good stuff, that leave all the crap, and then they try to get $100. That's not it. I've had this collection, I've been sitting on it, it's unpicked through, it's been looked at by me, so I know what's there. That's a tough sell, but it brings me all the way back to my stepdad. He was great. Gilbert Marty, rest in peace. He would have the shop, and someone would go, how much for this? And Marty would look at me and go, $35. And the guy would go, oh, come on, how about 20? Marty look at him and he'd go, no, this is my shop. I said $35. That's what I want for it. If you want to make the prices go, open your own fucking shop and do it. And the guy would go, oh, whatever, Marty. Okay, I'll give you the $35. And this is what I loved about Gilbert. He'd look at me and he'd go, you know what, I changed my mind, not for sale. And I've adopted that. You fuck with me even a little bit, it's off the table, because I don't need to sell it. I was simply just trying to blow these albums out. Now, as the girlfriend said, Go list fucking 5 of them a day on eBay and make your money. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to, because I've already kind of picked through them myself, and when I say pick through, I just kind of organized them. I looked through them. I wanted to see the best stuff, obviously. Just off the top of my head, I know what some of the hot rap and R&B stuff is. So I've already found Beastie Boys. There's some good stuff in there. So those I'll put on. I'll make the $100 just off of maybe 10 albums. And then I'll just put them in lots. And I'm done. It's crazy. Sometimes I get lazy and I get motivated to make space. And and it's just like, well, why would you do that? You have, well, I've got all these albums. I've got my country albums I've got to sell. I've got my rock albums I've got to sell. And I've got my metal albums that I want to sell. Got a little bit more passion for that, the R&B and rap. I'm okay with it, but, it doesn't fire me up to sell. So I don't know how you guys feel about that. I just wanted to touch on it. I guess that's just my people skills. Where I don't have the skills. I don't have patience, man. A hustler moves. When you go to a garage sale and you see a guy's got a big fucking deal of shit, you just buy it all. You throw the shit out later, and you make your money. You can see money, you can feel money. There's a vibe, you can feel it. If these guys can't pick up on that, and they're so concerned about getting burned, then fuck them. I can't sit there and deal with you if all you're worried about is getting burned. Shout out to the Bearded Diver. Yeah, I understand with the picture. I mean, I knew it was a fucking long shot. But, I want it to match with this one. And if I can sway you at all, brother, I know that you just want to get that Italian. If there's something else I could put in there to get that deal done, I would love to do it. And if not, that's cool. I'll get you that Italian thing one way or another. I owe you. I mean, there's no doubt. You've been beyond kind to me. So believe me, that is not forgotten, and it's right here in my mind. So I am going to get you back for being so kind and giving me that gift. I'm going to give you a gift in return one way or another. Either a deal or we're going to get it done. But if I could get this deal done with you, if I can haggle with you a little bit, maybe. I know you love that picture. It's from your hometown, etc. But I've got the other one. I've got that Italian. If there was something else that I could throw in there to spice it up for you that would mean something to you that you would cherish, maybe we can work it out. Maybe there's something that you can... Those pictures should be together. They don't have to be. But it'd be cool if they were. And with Casey, no, I didn't get your messages, brother. The last messages I got from you were... Basically, I got the one message saying that you were going to just start boxing trucks up for me, and I think that was about 2 weeks ago or a week ago, whatever the case, whenever I put that video up of the relics. And then you asked me if I'd be interested in just selling them to you, which I would. I mean, if you don't have enough old steel pressed or whatever you think that you can give me if you don't think you can pull that off and you just want to make me a cash offer on the lot, we could go that route too. What was the other thing I wanted to address to you, Case? Yeah, I did know. So I did, and after that message I got from you saying null, I never received anything after that. I'm going to go check my PayPal. I just went on Facebook this morning and pulled up your page and sent you a message through your store page, which, by the way, man, where the fuck is... Oh, I wish I had the name of your store so I could... I'll type it in the... I'll put it in the listing here. You guys have got to look at his Facebook page. This is a guy that I deal with on here. Everybody else, his name is Casey. Just a great fucking dude, and he's got a place, a piece of land, and he sells vintage and antique stuff. He's got cool shit. He's got a Facebook page, and he sells the stuff. So fucking reasonable. Just great deals to be made. I don't know, Casey, let me ask you this. Do you run everything through eBay first? I mean, do you look it all up and then list it on your Facebook page? Or do you just fucking take a picture and throw it on and don't do the research? I'm just wondering what kind of deals are there, because it literally looks like you're just throwing that stuff on there. There's some great shit. I love it. I love what you're doing, brother. I want a Facebook page like that. That's what I want. That is a cool page, Case. And we're going to get that deal done, Casey. I'm ready to rock and roll. I'm just going to wait to hear back from your messages. So that's it. What am I going to do at 7:35 in the morning? I'm going to put some metal on, and I am going to fucking list those goddamn R&B records and get those out of here. Unless this guy wises up and says, box them up. But I don't think so. He was pissing and moaning too much. He wants to look at them. And see, I just don't have time for that. I don't have the guy to sit there to thumb through it and then wait for him to turn me down. I'm not down with that. I know it's a good deal. I know $100 is what I want, and that's what it is. And I'm not a store. You can't come in and browse. What I'm telling you is word. I'm not trying to burn anyone. I'm giving you a fucking deal. $100 for that many albums. Let's look, guys. This is what I offered. So I took one picture of that stack right there. Now it's just all R&B, rap, 12-inch singles and full albums, and then this stack over here. So that's a lot of fucking albums, and most of them are minty. You know, there's no beat up shit, beer spilled, and see, that's what their fear is, of course. But that's what I try to tell in the description, that that's not the case. And I've rambled enough. It's time to rock and roll. I've got to get something fucking done. Christmas is coming up here. I want to close some deals. Metal Mike, always hunting. Man, I need a new German item. I'm dying. This Iron Cross has got me bummed out. And then I contacted the buyer and told him that I had heard it was real. And now he's thinking I'm going to make him an offer, but I'm just boxing it up and sending him back because I've decided to just go with my gut feeling, and my gut feeling says no. I'm going to continue to go with this bendable thing. I believe in that. And remember, when I say bendable, yes, you can bend any metal, but what I'm saying is you're only applying a light pressure, not just trying to bend it, because obviously it's going to bend. But a light pressure should not bend an Iron Cross. It should not. It shouldn't bend like cast, or it just doesn't. And I've got plenty of real ones that I've done the test to, and they don't budge. I know the difference. So that's it. We're out. As Gorgar would say, Gorgar. Something. Did you know that this is the first talking pinball machine? Shitty light and all. And that was a dumpster find. Great story on that. I found that in a dumpster, 2 pieces. Sold it to a buddy of mine for $500. He went, got it repaired, got it up and working. Then I ended up finding this really cool item that he wanted, and I sold it to him. And I got the cash, and then I got this thrown in on the deal, and I got Gorgar back. So Gorgar is an amazing find. That was found next to the garbage can in 2 pieces. The legs were off, the top was off, and that was it. And the work that was put into it was just, it wasn't much, a couple $100 to get it up and running. And it still runs perfect today. Great old pinball machine. Why do I have it? I don't know. Everyone should have one pinball machine, right? My dream pinball machine is the Kiss pinball machine. That's the one I have to get. If I had Gorgar and Kiss, and I guess there's a couple more, I would like Space Invaders and the first Donkey Kong. That would be rad. Oh, and what else do I like? Let's go crazy here. I like Asteroids, Defender, all that old school. I'm actually going to write a book / script. It's easier for me, I think, to write a book. It's going to be kind of a Fast Times at Ridgemont High type book, except it's not going to be Fast Times at Ridgemont High. But what it is going to be the era of the arcade. And I'm going to base it all on that, on the kids in the arcade. And boy, having grown up in the 70s and that vibe and that feeling, I can still smell the gasoline from the go-karts and the little arcade and the big fat guy behind the glass that would give you change for the machines. Just what an era. And so you'd come to the arcade, and I have this vision, and I'm going to tie it all together when I do my outline for this movie script book. Do the book first, maybe it can turn into a movie later if I'm so blessed. But yeah, you'd go to the arcade, and it was interesting in the 70s because, it was the late 70s, early 80s, 70s. 70s for sure is the vibe. And you would come to the arcade, and it was gravel at the one that I went to all around the arcade, and then there'd be like 50 BMX bikes just sprawled across the front of the arcade because everyone would just leave their bikes out front. Now, I was a rat when I was younger. I grew up poor. I didn't have nothing, so I would take the pads off the other bikes. Yeah, maybe that's why no one will buy my albums, because I used to steal the BMX pads. Ugh, if I could go back in time and give it all back, take it all back. That's why I always tell guys, live the good life. Karma's a motherfucker. It'll bite you in the ass and it won't quit until you have learned. So Metal Mike saying goodbye for the 2nd time. Gonna try to motivate. It's so much easier just to talk to you in film than to actually do any work. Let me tell you, I could talk. I don't shut the fuck up. Metal Mike, hey now, not shutting up.